Well, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are well. We have landed this morning in a place called Siem Reap. It's one of the towns close to the world famous Angkor Wat temple, where basically most of the European tourists, or tourists in general I suppose, around the world go. Yeah, we got the bus here this morning. We arrived very early in the morning and it took about 12 hours all the way from Sihanoukville, where we left the island of Koh Rong Sam Loen, which was absolutely beautiful, great place to visit, and I would recommend it. So this is just basically a first impressions video on Siem Reap. So first impressions of Siem Reap so far, it's definitely much smaller scale than Penh, as you would expect. There's a really nice river going through the area where we are here now. The water's a bit stagnant to be fair, but nice green, and you can see some of these what look to be Chinese inspired bridges that cross at certain intervals along the river. So it is nice, definitely so far. The staff are very friendly at our hotel. We're staying at Blossoming Rambul Boutique. It's very nice so far. As I said, we only arrived this morning, so we're going to see what that's like as we go. So far staff are very nice. There's a pool there as well, and the restaurant beside it's very tasty and very reasonable with the prices, so that's all good. It's a nice change from Koh Rong. It's definitely more expensive. Cambodia's expensive compared to Vietnam, Thailand. Definitely something we've learned. And also another thing is you kind of lose a little bit more money as well sometimes with the change. It depends, but they use dollars here in Cambodia, US dollars, along with reals. So just something to keep an eye on when you're getting change back. And Lupe is just after spotting a Cafe Amazon, which we've been doing most of our work there whenever we need to use the laptop since we started our travels here in Southeast Asia. So yes, that's going to be a nice little place where we can go in, sit down and do our work. So there's a lot of outdoor meat standing up here being displayed, fish as well I think, quite a strong smell. I'm sure it's very tasty once you put it into a meal, but it really hits you in the face once you're walking past. So you can see there's plenty of these little markets throughout Southeast Asia, and I suppose wherever you go really, but it's nice to be able to pick up some of the local clothes, such as things like that. Very unique style. We probably will need to upgrade our clothes because they're getting a bit worn and torn as we've been traveling along. We're going to be here for 9 days, and I think that should be enough time to settle in, get to know the place a bit and see all the major attractions. If you do come to Cambodia, I highly suggest you get some of these curries. Amok, or the tom yum, I suppose isn't really a curry, but it's more of a kind of a soup based dish. Really tasty, highly recommend it. So much rice for days and days and days here, unbelievable. I'll go. So one thing I really like about taking a day slow like this is just walking around your local area, seeing what's where. Obviously we're after stumbling upon the market here, so it's nice to kind of see the people buying their food for their families, just going about their normal day as they would. So yeah, it's nice to kind of take this time out and not do a real hectic day of traveling sometimes. So if you look here, we've seen a few of these places around, Mexican and Khmer cuisine. Quite a combination, I have to say. That's where we want to go. We'll be going there in a few days. Can't wait. So Lupe has a big decision to make here. Which bag would you go for? Let us know in the comments. Such a life-changing decision, which bag to buy. It's intense here at the moment. I think the blue one is good. Blue it is. Ogum, thank you. Thanks for the bag, Ogum. It was funny when we were buying the bag there, the lady who we bought it from was even complaining about the heat here, that it's very hot. So for us it's a real struggle as well, or I should say me, really coming from Ireland. Lupe more used to the heat, but being in Ireland the last number of years, it's a bit of a challenge sometimes. So we're after entering in now inside the market that we were just walking the perimeter around, so it'll be interesting to see what they have in here. Something that I've noticed so far, even in the hotel we're staying in, the art is absolutely amazing, and they're selling lots of these interesting Cambodian paintings, so it's really beautiful and something I've just noticed along the way. So I feel really bad because there's just such friendly women around the place looking to sell us something, and they ask in such a polite way, and it's kind of hard to say no sometimes, but you know, we can't buy everything here, so that's just the nature of the business that we're doing here. So this is Siem Reap Old Market, and you have really a huge variety of different foods, meats, and the smell is quite something, quite strong. You can pretty much get anything you want here. They are absolutely huge. Look, just compared to my hand, we don't get avocados like that back at home, that's for sure. So definitely don't feel the pressure here that we have in previous markets before, people really coming up to you and trying their best to get you to make a purchase, which is really nice. It takes the pressure off and you can enjoy the experience definitely a little bit more. But just as we were walking right over here, we noticed a huge big rat on the floor which ran across in front of us, but the nature of an outdoor market, interesting to see it. So we're after stumbling into Pub Street. Obviously by the name you could probably guess, plenty of pubs around here, cheap beer, 75 cents for a glass, so obviously reasonable, attracts a lot of tourists here as well. So at the moment it's not so busy, it's just a few other tourists around who are having a drink or a bit of food, and plenty of empty seats around, but I'm sure at night it comes to life here. So this is definitely one of the cheapest parts of Cambodia we've seen compared to Penh or Koh Rong Sam Loen, where you're definitely talking up in $5, $6, $7, $8 for a meal, or even higher. Here you're looking at $1 or $2, and still from our experience today, very tasty food and filling. So just something to keep in mind if you're heading to these locations. Even the massages here are much more reasonable in the cost. Like for an hour you can look for $4. In Koh Rong for 1 hour it was like $25, so obviously a massive difference there. And they're all lined up beside each other, so there seems to be massive competition there. But it's funny to watch. They are looking to get our attention now a bit more than earlier, so that's what you can expect as well. But it's a lot of fun speaking to them. This is a great place. Even the fish can do massage. I might try that out as well, to be honest. So that's grand. Just spent around 10 minutes there with a lovely lady after getting finally one of those Southeast Asian style shirts that I've been waiting too long to get, and now I have one, so hopefully it will help with keeping me a bit cooler, and maybe I'll fit in a bit more around the place. Delighted with myself. We're after deciding to sit down now and get a fruit shake. $2 each, very reasonable. So here's the new shirt. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Deadly, delighted with that. I love it in Cambodia as well. Similar, I suppose, to all across Southeast Asia in general, is all the street food. Just sitting beside us here, you can get whatever you want, waffles, meat, and you're not going to go hungry when you're walking through the streets here. Obviously it's a big part of their culture and history, the way these people eat, and we love it. We can't get enough of it, to be honest, so it suits us very well. Really cool as well, we're just after coming across the river, and there's a huge big old wooden water mill in it. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, it's absolutely huge, and I wonder, does it actually still work, or does it generate power, or what is it doing now, or is it just there as another decoration? A few of the boys there saw me with the camera and they rushed to do a few tricks. Fell over, to be fair, so but fair play to them for trying. Sound men. But yeah, this, I have to say, along the river here now, it's really beautiful. It's really nice as well to see a lot of families and people here with their kids just chilling out along the river, sitting down and enjoying their Saturday afternoon. Let me just walk through this. So in this outdoor gym, it's loads of kids doing it as well as adults. Siem Reap, it's really nice, very nice place. Hi, how's it going? See, the people here are absolutely lovely and friendly. That was our first day exploring Siem Reap. It's a really lively little city. It has left a very good impression so far, although obviously we're here a very short amount of time. Generally, the things people would do here would be go to Tonle Sap Lake. There's Landmine Museum, there's Angkor Museum, and then obviously the big one is Angkor Wat, which we will definitely be visiting in the next 8 or 9 days. So if you want to stay up to date on our travels, do subscribe. You can hit the notification bell as well, because you'll be notified once I upload a video. That would really help the channel as well. Do us a favor, and hopefully you'll enjoy the videos and get something out of them. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.